Hey, Rick from RailGun, and I wanted to talk a little bit today about the Lifecycle marketing automation and the nine steps that are involved in moving a prospect from really not having any idea who you are to having them give you reviews, referrals, and repeat sales. So let's start here. This is the 9 steps broken into the 3 different areas that they all belong to. So the first area is collecting leads. That's kind of obvious. Without leads, you can't sell anything. And then taking those leads, converting them into clients. And then once you have them as clients, creating fans. And then obviously having that whole process repeat. So let's talk about the first 3. The very first thing you need to do is know who you're targeting. There's no sense making an offer to someone who can't possibly buy your product or service. As an example, years ago, I used to live in an apartment, and one day in the mail, I got a postcard from a swimming pool supply company offering me a swimming pool cleaner. I live in an apartment that doesn't have a swimming pool, and I'm a tenant. Targeting made no sense. You only want to show your offers to people that make sense. You're not going to offer hearing aids to 18-year-olds. You're not going to offer the latest PC game or app to someone who's 80. It's just first thing you need to figure out is your who. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to come here to attract. What do you need to do to get that person that you've targeted to raise their hand and say, hey, that's me? That could be a number of things. If it's someone who's looking for hearing aids, maybe it's a free hearing test. If it's someone who is into cooking, maybe it's 10 free recipes on how to make kale that actually has taste to it. You want to have something that they're going to want to opt in, give you their name, give you their email as a minimum so that you can have a conversation with them. Keep in mind that the more information you ask for, your responses generally are going to go down. But on the other hand, the quality of those responses that you get are going to be better. So you got to balance it. Do I want volume or do I want quality? Or do I want to go somewhere in the middle? Then you need a way to capture that. Now, there's different ways you can do that. You can capture them on a form on a web page. You could use a chat bot. You could use all kinds of things. Opt into a phone number to get a checklist, so now you have their phone number. There's a bunch of different things you can use. It's just a matter of choosing one that's the right thing. They've got your lead magnet. You've got their name. Now what do? Well, now you got to convert them into client. 3 steps. First one is get them engaged. Very few people will buy from a company the first time out. They don't know who they are. They don't know that they can trust them. Have these people been around, or they just can take my money? There's a whole ton of questions that have to be answered before they will buy. You want to get them engaged. You want to show them you're trustworthy. You'd like to show them testimonials. You want to show up on video like this and see that, yeah, you know what, this Rick Bucher guy, he's real. Look, he's on the video. And I've had people come into some of my other businesses and literally walk up to me and go, you're the guy in the video. That instantly builds trust, because all of a sudden the marketing that they saw with this bald guy on it, and they walk in and, oh, hey, it's the guy I've seen on the YouTube videos. It builds trust. Those are all things that you want to be able to do. Then you got to give them an offer, and it's not one offer. You may need to use multiple offers. For example, when somebody says, I need to think about it, and you'll ask them, is it the price? Yeah, it's the price. Well, what does that mean? Does that mean the price is too much compared to something else, or does it mean the price is just too much for you right now and I need to split it down into payments? You have to ask questions, because without it, you're not going to get to the close. And closing the sale literally is getting the money. That's the goal, is you want to get to that cash. Once you do that, though, that's not where it ends. And in so many businesses, they get the cash and then they forget about you. There's no follow-up. There's no request for a review on Google or a repeat sale or anything else. And that's really unfortunate, because if you do a great job of coming down to this next section, which is creating fans, you should be creating some sort of delivery that is second to none. And think about it in terms of a restaurant. The server can make or break the meal. You could have the best meal ever, but if the service is horrible, you're probably not going to go back. Conversely, if you go to a mediocre restaurant and the service is phenomenal, chances are you're still going to go back, even though the food may not have been 3-star Michelin experience. It's managing expectations. You want to impress them. You want to have it so that they're making an impression, that people want to talk about your business, where you do things that go way above and beyond, so much so that they have to talk about you. You do not want to have the experience. We all know what that is. It's like, it's just a letdown. So none of that. And then finally, you have to have a way to multiply these customers that you've got, because they know, they love you, they trust you, they buy from you. So why not create a system to build that up? All too often I hear, well, our number one sources of business is referrals. Great. What are you doing to get more referrals? And I get this deer in the headlight look, because they're not doing anything. It's just they happen to take them, and that's really it. But you could systematize getting referrals by reminding them, by asking them, who do you know? These are all things that you can build. So there are only 9 steps. Every step is as important as the other, because if any one step is completely missing or breaks down, they all break down. And this creates a giant circle, and this is the fastest, easiest, most proven way to grow any business. If you have questions, or if anything else you want to know about the whole lifecycle automation system, give me a call. My name is Rick Buchert, and I'm with RailGun Results Marketing, and I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day.